What's up, YouTube? It's your regular guy, CJ, back with another video. Today we are reacting to YNW Melly, Cuff Boys. He's doing his whatever, his overview of the trial or whatnot. So the title of the video: YNW Melly's lawyer screams his constitutional rights are being violated. So we're gonna check this out. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and we're going to get right into it. Let's go.
He is not even allowed to call me to discuss his federal constitutional litigation. So I think it's really what the BSO and what the state are doing to him is disgraceful. They are obliterating his constitutional rights.
YNW Mellys
That's crazy.
Federal court yesterday, and his attorney filed a petitioner's reply in support of habeas corpus petition. Remember, Mellys filed that whole lawsuit against the Broward County Sheriff, saying that they're violating his constitutional rights by not letting him talk to his attorneys and his friends and family. I'm gonna read the full document and listen to a news clip at the end with a lot of good information. Hit subscribe. Here we go, boys. All right, we got United States District Court, Southern District of Florida, Jamal versus Gregory Tony, Sheriff of Broward County. Petitioner's reply in support of habeas corpus petition. Based on Broward Sheriff's response, the record is now undisputed that in a death penalty case, Jamal Devins is not allowed to call any of his lawyers. Further, Devins is not allowed to meet with his lawyers without barriers that prevent him from preparing for his death penalty trial. And Devins has been allowed no visitation or phone contact with anyone in the world, including his own mother, for Christmas or her birthday. Further, BSO does not care and has made it clear that this federal court has no right to tell it what to do. The response of BSO is shocking in its arrogance and admitting that it's engaged in conduct that can only be viewed as involving outrageous violations of petitioners' rights under the 6th, 8th, and 14th Amendments of the United States Constitution, despite the fact that the language and history of Section 2241 establishes petitioner's clear and sacred right to seek relief in federal court for prison officials' violations of his constitutional rights. BSO asks his court to turn a blind eye and essentially abdicate its responsibility to enforce federal constitutional limits on the arbitrary and capricious restrictions placed on a citizen's constitutional rights. And BSO does so by citing certain doctrines that, by their very definition, have no applicability. Petitioner is asking this court to stop prison officials, including BSO lawyers, from violating his clear constitutional rights. He's not asking this court to stop this trial from going forward or interfere how it is conducted. This court's relief would be directed at administrative officials, not judicial officials. BSO's admitted actions clearly violating Devins' constitutional rights. BSO asserts that it has the right to violate Devins' right to counsel by banning his lead attorney of record, Raven Liberty. I didn't know Raven Liberty was technically his lead attorney this whole time making all these videos. I didn't know that. I thought it was Stewart at this point, but I guess not. The disingenuous BSO response admits that the Corrections Department is engaging in the following acts and intends to continue to do so in this death penalty case if this court does not intervene. They have forced petitioner's attorneys to crowd into a bond room without the ability to communicate in private with the petitioner. They've unilaterally decided to deprive his lead attorney, Raven Liberty, of her ability to ever meet him in a setting where her conversations cannot be overheard by others and where she cannot show him documents, review transcripts, listen to tapes with him, or engage in any meaningful dialogue.
That's crazy.
To the channel, please hit subscribe. I appreciate the support. Back to the video, boys. They have extended this deprivation to any attorney representing him if attorney Liberty is present, and will continue through the date of the trial to deny Devins the right to prepare for his homicide trial where he's facing death penalty without the ability to review documents, listen to tapes, to review transcripts with his counsel. Okay, I know she's under investigation now or whatever, and apparently she's done stuff in the past, but let the guy go in a private room with his attorneys. I don't know why
that's
this is
crazy.
so crazy. And then immediately pat him down after. Literally make him get naked if you have to, but let him go in there in private for 30 minutes or an hour if he needs to. I don't understand what's so crazy about this. Was he going to stick something up his ass? Pat him down after.
Yeah.
I highly doubt at this point any of his attorneys are going to sneak anything into the fucking jail, dude. I can't believe this is still going on. How is this still a case? Every time I make a video on it. BSO admits it has deprived Devins and will continue to deprive him through the date of his death penalty trial with the right to call any of his lawyers, including undersigned counsel, ever. Devins is perhaps only a inmate in BSO custody who cannot call his lawyers, and even has no ability to telephone undersigned counsel. That's kind of crazy, right? Mellys literally the only person in BSO custody that can't call their lawyers. This isn't a thing.
Yeah, that's
insane.
insane.
BSO cut off all phone contact with all of Devins' lawyers. BSO has isolated Devins so he can have no interaction with other inmates or anyone in the outside world. Has done this for years and intends to continue doing so. BSO has prevented for years and will continue to prevent Devins for having phone contact or visitation by video or other means with his mother, siblings, or anyone in the outside world, and will continue throughout the trial. Remember they said Melly was on the video calls at first having girls show the titties and shit and their asses and twerking and shit. I'm pretty sure that's what I read in my video. So that probably explains that. Unlike other inmates who were alleged to have committed phone or visitor violations, have been modified for a limited period of 30 days. That's the difference. If that really did happen, it should only be taken away for like 30 days or whatever, not years. not 2 or 3 years.
Yeah,
BSO has
that's
informed
insane.
this court that they have the right to deprive Demons of the ability to have phone privileges and visitors forever, even though he's presumed innocent. Petitioners asked the federal court to do what is allowed by Section 2241 and take action to both remedy and prevent further violations of Mellys' rights. BSO's response contains false and incomplete assertions. Okay, maybe he wasn't having girls show their titties and shit. And incomplete assertions that will be disputed at evidentiary hearing. Melly intends to and will contest the factual assertions in BSO response. A brief sample due to the space limitations. Okay, so this is a sample of what Mellys' attorney is calling cap here. Response is filed for the improper purpose of ongoing harassment and slander of not only petitioner but also specific members of his criminal defense team. Slander? So he's saying it's slander for the lawyers too. Response contains known fabrications of fact and previous statements made in open court. 2022, a hearing was held before Broward Court Circuit Judge Andrew Siegel, where attorney Christian, I hate this name, represented that Miss Liberty's video visits were banned because she set up several 10 to 20 video visits using her confidential lawyer pen and gave them that pen out to other people. We have the couple with the information from a credible source that one of his attorneys was going to bring handcuff keys in the facility for an escape, which caused the sheriff great concern.
What?
But the credible source was an inmate named Myers, who was the same day put in a mental health holding cell and eventually moved out of the main jail due to mental instability. Today, inmate Myers has not been able to contact because his defense attorney is afraid of him, and he has orders in place that he must have a mask on when he brought to court or visiting his attorney. Thus, BSO knows that the information presented to this court to justify their violations of U.S. Constitution is not true and ludicrous. So he's shitting on their credible source for Mellys' prison escape with the whole key situation.
Yeah, that's insane.
His lawyers. Remember, Melly
What the
apparently told
fuck?
this guy, Myers, that his attorney was going to bring in handcuff keys. How would he have the handcuff keys in the first place? How would the attorney have the keys for that set of handcuffs? Like, it's
Jesus.
so fucking dumb. I called cap from the beginning, dude. So this actually kind of makes sense that was all, like, just this guy who has mental issues kind of yapping away. BSO response claims by petitioner criminally tamper with witnesses for his pending capital homicide charges, also to prevent Melly from engaging in drug smuggling and other criminal activities with his fellow blood gang members. But no one ever alleged that Mr. Demons was a blood gang member until 2020, when a person named Danny Polo came on the case, and all of a sudden he is falsely accused of being a gang member. Mr. Demons does not have any gang tattoos and never been initiated into a gang. His music and lyrics about gang association are made for First Amendment protected entertainment purposes. He's saying it's all cap. But wasn't Melly on email messaging people saying herc and shit? Like messaging blood gang members on his email? Blood gang instruction book sent to him on email, and he was like responding back and shit. I don't know about that. There was a lot of evidence that Melly was
What?
blood in the trial, the first trial.
What the
Like
hell?
a shit ton. A lot of texts and emails. Likewise, a recorded relay call on September 5th, 2022 between Melly and his girlfriend spoke of Miss Liberty conspiring with petitioner to smuggle in contraband photographs. But in the transcript attached for defendant's response, Christian T states,
Bro, do they really think the freaking lawyers are doing this? Like first the handcuff keys. Now you're saying his lead attorney is helping him get shit in? Dude, this don't even seem real. There's no way.
barrier visits prevent the introduction of a contraband into the facility like personal photographs. If counsel will look at statute 95122, the definition of introduced contraband in the facility, the photo. However, this is not true. No search of Demon's cell has ever found any illegal drugs or weapons. Further,
Right.
showing a client photos is not a contraband as a matter of law. Florida statute 9522 defines a contraband as any written or recorded communication. This photograph does not apply to any document or correspondence exchange between
They
a lawyer,
found a
paralegal,
picture?
or other legal staff. An inmate at a detention facility if the document or correspondence is otherwise
They're saying
lawfully
he had-
possessed and relates to legal representation of the inmate. So he's saying if Raymond Liberty wanted to give him a photo, she could because she's his lawyer, and it
Right.
doesn't apply to that document. And I think he's listing a bunch of shit that is considered contraband in a jail, I think. Not only are photographs not contraband under the criminal statute, it is a legal impossibility that Christian T. comments were truthful because all attorneys have been behind glass, and other than Stuart Aldestein, all visits with any member of the defense team were behind glass. So he's saying Christian T. was capping and lying pretty much.
So
Not
they're saying he couldn't have given a picture because they had a barrier in between them. So cap.
to meet with
That's
other attorneys
crazy.
and employees with no barrier as much as he wants in private professional visitor rooms, which despite the BSO claims is not true. The exhibits reference disciplinary reports that do not exist. It's untrue that the conditions imposed, namely a barrier visit with Miss Liberty, were done for legitimate security purposes. As already discussed, the glass barrier, in which Mellys' defense team includes Miss Liberty, so he's saying it's targeting Miss Liberty specifically for the glass barrier visits. So if she's there, they have to go to the glass barrier. Paragraph 80 is fabrication. The response states
That's insane,
approximately
dude.
924 another search was conducted in his housing unit.
This man's got the
Papers
death
containing
penalty and they're
pictures and 2 cuts were
literally
discovered and put in Mellys' cell.
prolong his
Items
shit.
were
The thing is, I
confiscated.
don't think they have enough on him to, well, it is a trial. So I don't think they're going to be able to prove enough to get him the death penalty or have him proven guilty. And I think they're prolonging it just to keep him in jail for longer. And I think that's the same thing what happened in the YSL case. They knew they didn't have anything on them, so they're just going to keep them in jail with the messed up justice system that we have right now.
Pizza paper containing gang information. There's no mention of lewd photos or papers containing pictures or kites. So based on the phone call that Miss Liberty, is smuggling into the facility photographs of girlfriend, the jail is continuing to ban her specifically from having contact visits with Mr. Dimmons. And based on the fact that she used Miss Liberty's name, the 2 male attorneys are now allowed in-person contact visits because that has dispelled that they are the subject of the introduction of contraband. Again, all searches of the cell have not yielded weapons or escape materials. BSO knows full well that the allegations that Attorney Raven Liberty
did they just make all this bullshit up, dude?
Discredited fabrication. They further know that likewise the allegations that Dimmons has weapons or other contraband in his cell was a fabrication. But this did not deter BSO from presenting this information that they know has no credibility to this court. I mean, I kind of get it. They got a tip, but they found no evidence of the tip being true. So how were they able to punish him for it? You know,
that's insane, dude.
And the tip was he had handcuff keys smuggled in from his lawyers, but they never found that.
That's so crazy, bro.
Ever.
That is
crazy, right?
That is
it's
insane.
For the ongoing constitutional violations, handcuff key story, the gang story, and the other slanderous allegations are not accurate. Well, I'm pretty sure he was talking to some bloods. I gotta combat that, but whatever. Further remedy for VIM violations for other inmates has brief suspensions and not permanent deprivation. Yeah, none of this should be permanent. This is all because they charge him with witness tampering and they're scared of him fucking up his murder trial, talking to witnesses. That's what this is. But at this point, they are kind of violating his rights. State court relief is not available. Having been denied relief in the state courts where Circuit Judge Siegel declined to order constitutional access to petitioner, there's no remaining effective state court to review available at that time. So this is why they went to federal court for this. Therefore, without any effective remedy to seek out state court review of the constitutional administrative conditions of Mellys' incarceration, federal court relief through 2241 is the only available remedy to cure the unconstitutional conditions. For all these reasons, it is requested this court hold an expedited evidentiary hearing. And this is Michael A. Pisa, who I'm about to show in a news clip with Mellys' mom, because they were in court today. So here's this lawyer right here, Pisa, I believe. His brother and his mom walking out of court today.
Rapper YNW Melly appeared in U.S. federal court today for the first time as his defense team tries to get him released from jail. His attorney argues Melly's constitutional rights are being violated while he's in custody.
Melly gets out, bro. That music is gonna hit.
YNW Melly's second double murder trial over in state court. So his attorneys are asking a federal judge to release him from custody until that trial starts. The judge was pretty clear today, saying a full-on release from jail is unlikely to happen.
So the judge said fuck now, is what we just learned from that.
Mellys' family walked out of federal court today with hope.
It was good seeing him today. Hopefully I'll be able to get a phone call or a visitation really soon.
Cameras aren't allowed in federal court.
Just like his
crazy,
mom.
Right? Like he can't talk to his mama. There's convicted R-words, people that have done shit to children. There's people that have done mass shootings. They're convicted. They're found guilty already. That are allowed to call their mama. But YNW Melly can't. That's the point I'm trying to get across here.
Yeah.
He's presumed innocent. Remember that. I know a lot of evidence points to that back seat he was in. I know that. Trust me, I'm the first one to say that when that trial starts. But
YNW Melly was dressed in the same red maximum custody jumpsuit with hands cuffed and feet shackled as you see here in a recent state court hearing. His attorney, Michael Pizzi, argues the Broward Sheriff's Office is violating his client's constitutional rights by not allowing him family visitations in custody or phone calls to his lawyers.
He is not even allowed to call me to discuss his federal constitutional litigation.
Isn't it crazy, too? I just thought about this. Isn't it crazy that it's presumed innocent till found guilty? But you're sitting in jail until your trial, and some of these trials are like years later, like a year or two later, after you've been so-called, say, like someone accused you of some crime. But how am I presumed innocent if I have to sit in jail? That don't make any sense, right? That is crazy. It's actually insane. Our justice system is so fucked up, bro. It is so fucked up. Like, literally.
think it's really what the BSO and what the state are doing to him is disgraceful. They are obliterating his constitutional rights.
Their attorneys argued today that the federal case should be dismissed altogether because Demmons should be seeking relief in the state court system, not in front of a federal judge.
Buddy hairline,
But
crazy.
his attorney said that a state court judge said fuck now and denied it, so that's why he skipped over to the feds.
And so the federal judge is allowing the case to continue, at least for now, scheduling the next hearing for Wednesday, February 19th. But she said even if she eventually finds that Demmons' constitutional rights have been violated, she said it's unclear whether she could order any changes to his treatment in custody or to the way that he's allowed to communicate.
So nothing's going to change even if his constitutional rights are being violated? What?
So the federal judge basically said she can't do shit even if she does find that his constitutional rights were violated.
Right.
So this is just a shit show.
What
Trial's
the
8
fuck?
months away, and it's been a shit show for 6 years.
Oh my
Comment down below
God.
what you guys think about this whole situation. I love you guys. Thanks for your support. Peace out, guys.
Welcome.
Oh, man. W video, man. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on down with the YNW Melly. I don't know what to say or to think about his trial. I don't know if he's gonna be found not guilty or guilty and he has the death penalty pending. Man, that's not good for him. But that is it. This is the second video for day 21. I just did 2 videos today. So we'll see. I think I might try to start doing more than one every day now. Might try to do 2 or 3. If I can find something decent, find decent things to react to. Because there are some things that like are trending like that day or like, and I want to kind of get out like fast. So what I might do is just record maybe 3 videos when I have things like that and put them all out on the same day. But yeah, I mean, it literally takes me like 15 minutes to do these videos. So, but yeah, we'll see you guys in the next video, man. Peace.